Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sneha, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am.
All right, Sneha. So, your question is, would you work on holidays or weekends? Would you work on holidays or weekends?
Okay, so I have just have to answer right, ma'am.
Yes, you have to answer.
I would work on holidays, maybe.
What did you say? I could not get it.
On weekends, ma'am.
Or you can.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, this is also another very common question. Okay, so the organization might want to know whether you are comfortable working on holidays or weekends or not. Of course, we need holidays, we need some rest, but of course, the organization will also not ask you to work. 24 into 7 or every day. They will not ask you to work every day. This question is only for those days when you have to work a little extra, when there's some kind of emergency, and you are also called on Sundays or on some holidays. So that's why, of course, you have to say yes that you will be comfortable working on holidays or weekends as well. So Sneha, good that you said yes. All right. So it's basically we don't feel like doing it, but in an interview, you have to say a yes because you have to be flexible according to the requirement, and then only they will be impressed and they will select you. So yes, of course, your answer to this question is yes. If it is necessary, I will definitely work on holidays and weekends as well. Okay, so this is how you have to answer to this question. Next is Ronaldo. 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 Ronaldo, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ronaldo, how are you?
Fine, ma'am.
So, your question is what gets you up in the morning? What gets you up in the morning? Basically, what motivates you to get up in the morning? We all have some reasons, isn't it? So,
Yes, ma'am.
what pushes you to wake up in the morning?
Like I make up the plan, like I must do the specific things what I thought to do.
Hmm.
I'm like that.
The answer is not quite clear. Can you explain it a little?
Like I have to make a plan. Like I have to study a specific chapter or for this subject.
Hmm.
So I must not lazy
Hmm.
and I must do that things, the specific thing. So by thinking like that, I motivate myself
Okay.
and I
Okay.
just if I want to sleep also, I just got up and
Hmm.
I do the things.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I got it. So very good. So because you want to achieve something in your life, because you have already planned certain things, so that's why that is the particular thing that motivates you to get up in the morning, isn't it?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good, Ronaldo. But you have to be more specific with the words. The answer is perfect. The answer is appropriate, but because of the words, it was little confusing. So the clarity is required because if you are giving an answer, the interviewer will not ask you like to repeat your answer again or to explain it to him, and if he does, it's not a good sign. So that's why you must try to be clear. You must try to maintain that clarity. Clarity of your answer should is very important. All right. So that's you have to
Okay,
pick
ma'am.
up the right words.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, next is people are leaving. Do not leave, students, do not leave. This is a very bad habit. Do not leave the room. Sheetal.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you, Sheetal?
Well, I'm fine, good.
So your question is, what makes you feel uncomfortable or what makes you uncomfortable? When do you feel uncomfortable?
Ma'am, when someone in front of you is pretending on something, like he or she is pretending something.
Okay, so when you
Uncomfortable
know the
is,
other person is fake.
yes, ma'am, that I know the truth, but they are pretending that they are know the things, but I know the thing. They're lying and I'm pretending like, ma'am. Things
Okay,
pretend.
I got it. Okay, very good, Sheetal.
Thank
Absolutely perfect.
thank you.
Then next is Sahir. Sahir Afridi, please unmute yourself. Sahir. Next, Sachin.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Sachin. How are you?
Ma'am, I'm fine.
All good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your question is, what are you most proud of? What are
Ma'am,
you most proud of?
ma'am, I'm proud of my parents. Like they are the they give me everything that I need, and they do everything good for me. So it will be my parents, ma'am.
Okay, very good, Sachin. That's a good answer, but I would like to show you another angle, another perspective of this answer. So basically, the interviewer wants to know what are you most proud of about yourself. Okay, so that's why rather than telling about something somebody else, okay, you can say this answer is appropriate for this kind of question, like who inspire you, who motivates you. So my parents motivate me, or they are my greatest inspiration. So this answer is appropriate for this kind of question, okay. But regarding this question, what are you most proud of? So it basically means like what are you most proud of? It's related to you. Okay, it's related to you. So if you say something regarding yourself that you're proud of, then that would be a better answer. I would just like to give you an example. Like, I am proud of my upbringing and values that I have inherited from my parents. These values make me a responsible and sensible person. So I am proud of these values. Okay, so this is one
Yes.
example. You can think about it, and accordingly you can answer. Okay, so rather
Yes, ma'am.
than telling about your parents or someone else, tell about yourself. Tell about it's basically you tell about your own quality. Okay, do not exaggerate it, because if you praise yourself too much, so that is also not good. So you do not exaggerate it, but something like this, something similar to the answer that I had given you. So that would be good. Okay, and your answer
Okay.
would be perfect for inspiration. Who is your inspiration, or who is your motivation kind of questions? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Sachin.
Okay,
Next
ma'am.
is Pooja.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Pooja. How are you?
Ma'am, me fine. Ma'am.
All right. So, Pooja, your question is, uh, do you have any regrets? Regrets. Do you have any regrets, or do you regret something?
Uh, Yes, ma'am. I think.
Hmm. Do you regret something or do you have any regrets?
Yes, ma'am. I have most of regrets. Like I sometimes I do. Basically, I think I feel myself. I am so lazy. So sometimes I basically exam time or like time or assignment time. I always late to write or read. So I always regret myself for in exam time or assignment time. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So that's a genuine answer. But you have to also be, you have to answer to this question a little differently. Rather than telling about something that you regret, rather than that, you can say that I do not prefer to regret. Rather than that, uh, if I have made any mistake, if I had made any mistake in the past, I am a person who likes to rectify my mistakes rather than regretting. Okay, so that would be something better. That would be a better answer rather than telling about the things that you regret. Okay, you'll get the opportunities to say about these things as well, because another very common question is tell me if you have any weakness, tell me about your weakness, do you have any weakness? So that is another very common question. So at that time you can say something similar to this, but at the same time you also have to provide a solution. Okay, so you can say that if this question is asked to you, like what is your weakness or do you have any weakness, so you can of course say that I'm a lazy person, but along with that you also have to give a solution to the problem. You have to show that you're trying to do something, you're trying to get rid of the laziness, so you have to also provide a solution. But for this question, do you regret something or do you have any regrets, regret is something like you keep on remembering something that yes, I had done this, I should have not done this. But instead of that, if you say that instead of regretting, I try to rectify my mistakes, because mistakes are a part of our life, isn't it? Mistakes are something, it's a part of our life. We cannot say that we are human beings and we definitely make mistakes. But when you make a mistake, rather than regretting about the same, you should try to rectify it. So instead of telling the interviewer that this is the particular thing that I regret, rather than that, this would be a better answer, or something similar to this, that rather than regretting, I always prefer to rectify my mistake and never repeat the same. So even if I make any mistake, I accept it and I always try to rectify my mistake. Okay, Pooja?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Pooja. Next is Rikesh.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, Rikesh?
I'm doing fine, ma'am.
So Rikesh, your question is, how do you respond to change? How do you respond to change?
Ma'am, uh, how do you respond to change?
Change is constant, isn't it? Change is a part of our life. And
Yes, ma'am.
how do you respond to any kind of change? In our personal life, professional, anywhere. Now, y'all are
Ma'am,
basically y'all are now at your home. And how are you studying this? You're studying online, isn't it? We are doing
yes,
everything
ma'am.
online because of the COVID situation, isn't it? Because of this pandemic. So this is also
Ma'am, seeing the positive side,
Hmm.
and accept the fact that change is a part of our life.
Yes, very good. That's a very good answer, Rikesh. But try to elaborate it a little. I always respond to change positively. I know that change is a part of our life, and I accept it, and I acknowledge it, and I try to remain flexible. So your answer is very good, but try to add a few more words. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Next is Sahir. Did I ask you any question? I'm like confused. Sahir, have I asked you any question? Sahir? Okay, I am moving ahead. Rajneesh. Rajneesh, please
Yes, ma'am.
unmute
Yes, ma'am.
yourself. Okay, Rajneesh, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
Okay, so your question is, what are the three things that are most important for you in a job? What are the three things that you consider are most important for you in a job?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Yeah, sure. What are the
Hello.
three things? Yes, Rajneesh, can you hear me properly? Rajneesh, can you hear me properly? Rajneesh. What happened, Rajneesh? Okay, moving ahead. Maybe.
Ma'am, my
Okay.
network is not good. Can you repeat?
Yes, of course. What are the three things that are most important for you in a job? Did you get my question?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hmm.
From my view of point, I will say that first of all,
Hmm. Rajneesh, if your network is not stable, you can also write down the answer in the chat box. Okay, if your network is not stable, because I'm not being able to hear you, you can write down the answer in the chat box.
hello.
Yes, Rajneesh, you can write down your answer in the chat box. I
Yeah,
guess
ma'am.
your yes, I guess your network is not stable.
Ma'am, I'm saying. First of all, I will check my company reputation.
Hmm.
Then I will check my package,
Hmm.
and third, the surrounding of my company.
Hmm. Okay, so the first and the last point is quite good, and package is also very important, but you cannot be that raw in an interview. Okay, you cannot be that raw. So exclude the point regarding the package. Later on, when you gain a lot of experience, then of course you can say, but being a fresher, do not mention anything about the salary or the package or the money that will be getting on behalf of the work, on behalf of the service, okay, that will be providing to the company. So do not mention anything regarding that. Rather than that, mention any other point, but not about the package. But of course, that's an important criteria, isn't it? So,
Yeah, ma'am.
but you cannot be that raw. Okay,
Then I
because
will then I will check in which sector I'm good. That one I will select.
okay. So, if you get the opportunity to maybe basically enhance your skills,
Yeah, ma'am.
and definitely. Can you repeat again? One, two, three, so that the others can
Ma'am,
also get your answer.
first, company reputation.
Hmm.
Second, company surrounding.
Hmm.
And third,
Environment
ma'am,
mainly. Hmm.
yeah. And third, in which sector I'm good, I will select that sector.
Okay. Good, Rajneesh. Okay. Next is Mofidul.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
How are you? Yeah, good morning, Mufidul. How are you?
Ma'am, I'm good.
Your question is, what makes you happy? What makes you happy?
Ma'am, when I'm doing something correctly,
Hmm. When you are doing something that you think is right, that makes you happy. Want to say that? Do you want to say that, Mofidul?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a fair answer. Good. When you know when you're doing something right, you can add another line like when you help people, that makes you happy. So you can add another line as well. Okay. So like you should not stretch your answers when you face an interview. Okay, but it should not be too short as well. It's not multiple choice, isn't it? So that's why it should not be like yes or no or something like that, or very short as well. Do not make it too lengthy, but at the same time, it should not be too short as well. So your answer is good. If you think that when you do the right thing, that makes you happy, and along with that, you can also say that when I help people, helping the people who the needy people, that makes me happy. Okay, something similar to this, you can say like this. You can also say like achieving my goals, happiness to me is achieving my goals. I constantly work to fulfill my dreams, and that is something what makes me happy. Okay, so these kind of answers you can give. Of course, your answer will be definitely different from mine, and it's not mandatory that you have to say the same answer that I had said. Okay, it's not mandatory. I am giving you certain hints so that you can frame your answer properly. Okay, and thank you,
Okay.
Mofidul. Next, Sachin. Sachin. Oh, Sachin, I think I had already asked you. Kamla. Kamla.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning,
Okay,
ma'am.
Kamla. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
So, Kamla, your question is,
Yes, ma'am.
how long do you think you will work for us after we hire you? How
Can
long
you
do you
repeat it
think
once, ma'am?
is how long do you think you will work for us after we hire you? Is it clear, Kamla?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
I will work for I will work for until and unless that the work is been completed, ma'am.
Okay. You can change the answer a
Will try
little.
my best.
Kamla, please mute yourself because okay, so I had asked you to mute yourself, Kamla, because I could hear my own voice. So, because I'll be explaining you how to answer to this question, so that's why I had asked you to mute yourself. Okay, so you can change the answer a little bit, like you cannot mention the period that for this like for 2 years or 3 years I will be working with you all and then I'll leave. No, you cannot mention that because the when the organization they hire someone, they always want that particular person to work for them for the longest period. Okay, so that's why you cannot say that I'll work for 1 year, 2 years. Maybe you have already planned that you want to work in that organization for 2 years or 3 years, but you should not express that. Rather than that, you should be a little diplomatic. You should not lie, of course, but you should be a little diplomatic. And you can answer to this question in this manner. I would love to work for this company for a long time. This company would surely offer me a platform to grow professionally. And I would surely love to be a part of this organization and continue for a long period. So you're not mentioning any year, and you are also telling that as long as the company will offer you a platform to grow professionally, then of course you will keep on working with that particular organization. So this is a sample answer. So the answer should be something similar to this. Okay. Next is Julius.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius. How are you?
I'm doing great, ma'am.
Okay, so your question is, how do you deal with negative feedback and criticism?
This is the way I deal with negative feedback and criticism. I think it all depends on me. I have figured out that our thoughts leads to all those negative thought. It's all in our head. It's our mindset, how we deal with the negative thoughts. So the way I deal is I just calm myself down, and I usually personally I meditate, and I learned that it's when we are able to manage our thoughts, then when we are able to keep ourselves calm, then it doesn't matter how much negativity your surrounding is. It doesn't matter how much negativity your thoughts is. You are able to manage whatever challenges that comes to
Okay,
you.
good, Julius. So you want to say that you calm yourself down, and then you try to be positive in that particular situation, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's good, but you have made the answer a little complicated. All right. So try to answer to each and every question in a simple way rather than making it complicated. All right. So you have to be specific. So you basically have to be concise. Concise as in
Yes, ma'am.
informative, and at the same time you have to be your answer should be short as well. So if you make it complicated, the interviewer might not be interested to listen to you, or even the interviewer might get confused. Your answer was appropriate, your answer was good. So you wanted to say that you deal with criticism and negative feedback positively, and you try to, and whenever you are in that kind of a situation, you try to always calm yourself down and control your emotions. And along with that, you also just to control your emotions, you also meditate. So meditation also helps you to get rid of anxiety and stress. That was your answer, isn't it? But at the same time, your answer was perfect. Excuse me. Your answer was perfect, but you had made it a little complicated. So try to answer it directly. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say you, but your
Okay,
answer
ma'am.
was good. Your answer was absolutely good, but try to say it directly rather than like making it complicated. All right.
Ma'am, could you please try answering it?
Okay, how to answer it? I have to say you. Okay, so
Yes,
the
ma'am.
question is, how do you deal with feedback and criticism? So you can answer it in this way. I try to take every feedback and criticism positively. I listen to the feedbacks properly and try to learn from them. Sometimes it definitely demotivates me. It can definitely demotivate me, but I never prefer to argue with anyone. in this kind of situation, I will rather prefer a discussion over an argument. So if I would have to answer to this question, then I would have answered it in this way. But we are different individuals. We have different perspectives. We have different opinions. So your answer and my answer might not be the same. But you have to answer it appropriately. That's what I want to say. So basically, it's the main point about this particular question is how do you handle it. So you have to definitely include that positivity. I handle it positively. So you did the same. You too said that you handle criticism positively. Okay, and other things you can add according to your own convenience and the way you are a different person, I am a different person, isn't it? I take things differently, you have a different perspective, so you can definitely, your answer is also perfect, but the thing is that you had made it complicated. So do not make it complicated. Rather than that,
Okay, ma'am.
just tell it directly the way I had said it, that I try to take every feedback and criticism properly, positively, and I also like to listen to the feedbacks so that I can learn from them, because sometimes it's necessary to listen to the feedbacks properly. And along with that, sometimes definitely negative feedbacks and unnecessary criticism demotivates me, but I do not argue with the other person. Rather than that, if there is a misunderstanding, I prefer a discussion over an argument. Is it clear now?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so next, Jerry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Jerry, how are you?
I'm fine, man.
Okay, so your question is, how do you work under pressure?
How do
How do you work under pressure?
by keeping myself calm
Hmm.
and
And any other thing you want to include?
no, I'm like I think on my mind, ma'am.
Oh, you could not think of any other thing right now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, but that's a good point actually. By keeping yourself calm, that's how you can handle pressure. But as I had already said, that try to elaborate it a little, like explain it a little. So you can add another line to it. How do you calm yourself down? You try to think about it positively. Then also also do not let that particular pressure demotivate you. Rather than that, you take it as an opportunity to prove yourself, and you make sure to deal with the pressure in a positive way. So this is how you can answer. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Rather than answering it in one word or two words, try to add a few other words as well, so that it's good. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next, Hira Manglim.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. How are you, Hira Manglim?
Ma'am, I'm fine here.
Okay. So your question is, what do you expect from the organization apart from the salary? Apart from the salary, what do you expect from the organization?
The organization's salary.
So
I,
when we want to work in an organization, of course we want the salary, isn't it? The salary is
yeah,
something that attracts us, isn't it? That this
yes,
company is paying me this much, company is paying me a lot, the package is very good. So you also compare on the basis of the packages, the salary, isn't it? But apart from that, there are other factors as well, isn't it? So
yes.
hmm.
Uh, First of all, I have no choice about the salary. Then what I say, I can.
Personally, what do you want from when you start working? So
I
what do you expect from that particular organization apart from the salary thing?
I'm not expecting about the salary. Just I want only the but I want only the work or what I say. I can get.
We're not being able to express. Okay, let me help you. So because we don't have time now, so that's why I'm doing it quickly. So you don't say that you had said that I do not expect the salary. Do not use the word. You should not say the package that I want, like 10 lakhs every year. So you should not say the package. You should not demand the salary. But at the same time, you should not say that I do not expect any salary. Okay, because of course you need something, isn't it? When you work for somebody, you need that, salary. That is the particular thing that will motivate you. Otherwise, there's no source of motivation. Okay, but there are other things as well which we expect from the organization apart from the salary. Like you can say a good working environment, stability, job stability, and also the opportunity to grow with the company. So this is how you can answer to this question. I expect a good environment and job stability and opportunity to grow with the company. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I do not have time now. I had already seen the pop-up, so that's why I am only left with 3 students, Dishant, Biplab, and Anamika. What I'll do is I will ask you, I will definitely interact with you 3 as well. So I will continue with this question answer session in the next class as well. And I will ask Anamika, Biplab, and Dishant in the next class, because today the class will be disconnected. This session will be disconnected at any moment. So that's why I do not want to end it abruptly. So I will ask you the questions in the next class. All right. So that's all for today. And let me know whether it was beneficial or not. And I think I should share the questions with you all, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely share the questions with us.
Okay, I will do it. I will share it in the group itself. So that's all for today. See you in the next class. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.